Hi, this is Dave from DaBelly. We're at NAMM 2015. We're in the Michael Kelly booth with Todd. We're going to talk about Michael Kelly line of guitars. What do you?
We'll start with right here. This is the Rick Turner design. This guitar here is actually made just like an acoustic guitar. Most people would believe that it's channeled out, but the sides are actually bent with the back being spruce and the top applied. Strings go through the body, so it actually increases the tension at the bridge so you don't get that drop off on the transducer. It's a bolt-on neck with a very, very cool, I mean, it looks like a Rick Turner guitar, which he had a lot to do with Lindsey Buckingham stuff too, which that makes sense.
Beautiful finish as well. That's really nice looking.
Yes, yes. The electronics on here is where the magic is though. This is the DTAR system, so the Seymour Duncan system that Rick also helped design. This pickup system actually has, it's not a doubler, it's not a tripler, it actually has two AA batteries that works, and the electronics multiplies the voltage 6 times. So it's actually an 18-volt system out of this guitar. So you have a lot more headroom. The guitar sounds amazing, plays great. It's definitely a very, very well-designed guitar.
That's a rosewood bridge on it, pegged into the body?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, strung all the way through.
Right, there you go, yeah, string through.
Same thing with the classical, but of course it has the nylon strings and the split open face headstock. The bass, which I'm very impressed with, it's the same type body design and it's the same electronics. Now on acoustic basses, the thing with the frequency, you have to have a higher voltage to have that headroom, so you don't get that drop off when it comes to the lower strings. So this actually is so even and so fluent, and there's no tonal drop off on any of the strings when you're playing it. It's just very, very well designed.
Oh, it's remarkable, yeah. It really does. All the acoustic and the electric all kind of combined into one. It's really, that's miraculous. That's nice.
Yes. Okay, some more Michael Kelly. Michael Kelly, they split into 2 models. You've got a Triad model, and you've got a Forte, and there's 2 different versions of each. Or, sorry, and those are the 2 models with versions of each. So, we start with the Triad CE. This is a 299 map. All the Triads have a 3-piece back, wood binding, they have Fishman electronics, and the 0 end-pin bridge. This also is like a string-through body, so it adds a little bit more tension just at the bridge, or at the transducer, not over the top. So you don't have that tonal drop-off. It has the side ports, which you can't tell in here because it's so loud, but we have these statics that cover them. The cool thing that I like to show people when it's quiet is that when you cover these, you actually can hear the difference. It's almost like a personal monitor for when you're playing. So if you're a solo guy playing acoustic gigs, normally your system is set up to the side of you, you don't have a monitor, you're just an acoustic guy. And it's got this type of sound to it. You get used to it, you fight through it, it's no big deal. With these, you can actually hear yourself and hear the tone of the guitar.
Does that change the warmth of the sound at all?
No, it does not. Amazingly enough, I thought it would when I first saw it. It does not. And that's another reason why we had the test to where we covered these, to where we could show people that it really does not change any of the tonal output of the guitar. So the Triad series is one of the ones we're really, really proud of.
Looks like it's maple top. What's the backwood on this?
Oh no, this is a spruce top, and it's flame maple, back and sides, 3-piece. This one here is also a spruce top, a select spruce top, and this also has the inlay on it. This is the entwined version. This one's a 369 map. Again, Fishman electronics, die-cast tuners. It's just a well thought out guitar. The Triad port is a little bit more aggressive, less traditional. It has the extreme cutaway, 0 end-pin bridge, and it has the port in the top here. Now, also, you would think that this would change the tone of the guitar. It does a tad, but it's still a very well-rounded, very balanced acoustic guitar. Again, the side port, on this one it's a single port. And this one is a 399 map.
All right, tell me about the next guitar here.
This is a Triad 10E. It is a 10 string, not a 12 string. So the higher end register all have the octaves that a 12 string guitar would. So only the E and the A are open without the octaves. Now, what this does on an acoustic guitar, electric guitar companies in the past have done something like this similar, and it was very, very popular. Doing it on an acoustic, it has a very unique, crisp tone to where you don't lose the actual fluency of the guitar strings, the tonal range for the low end, by having that octave there. But the high end still rings very, very crisp. Again, the 0 end pin, which increases the pressure on the piezo transducer, and the Fishman electronics.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was wondering when the acoustic guitars were going to start going with that, because those lower strings, they tend to muddy up on a 12.
Very much so. Yeah. Very much so. So it's if you get a chance to pick one up and play it, you'll be astonished at the actual tone of the guitar. Next is the Forte. So that was the Triad line, then we have the Forte. The Forte really does get aggressive when it comes pushing the envelope for options. The parts on the guitar are very, very important to Michael Kelly. Having high quality parts make all the difference in the world. So on the Forte, they didn't skimp on anything when it comes to having the die-cast tuners, the 0 end pin, the Fishman electronics. They dressed up the inlays on them, and they put quilted maple top, back, and sides.
Very beautiful, very nice.
They made it very pretty, and that one's a $299 price point.
It's a remarkable price, yeah.
It comes in the hint black finish. It comes in the blackout, which is this one, and it comes in the blue. Now this one's one of my favorites. This is a 249 map. Satin finish, Fishman electronics, 0 end pin bridge. It's NATO back and sides, mahogany family, spruce top, die-cast tuners, 249 map, even with the Fishman electronics is just crazy. But it's very contemporary. It's not as traditional, but it's very cool looking. And playing this guitar, it rings. It has a very, very unique tone to it that's amazing. The Port, next one up is the Port X. The Port X has this finishes with the blue, the whitewash. I think it's a winter white is what it's called, and then a natural, but it's all gloss finish with the Port and the Fishman electronics, and that's a $299 map. All right, this is the bread and butter. For everybody who doesn't know who and what Michael Kelly is, Michael Kelly is a great guitar company across the board. Again, pushing the envelope, doing more for the end user and the consumers when it comes to product for the price point.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But when we started Michael Kelly, it was all about the mandolins. It was something that was missing in the market because it was one of those markets that was large, but it wasn't large enough for companies to focus on when it came to all the other brands. So we started our focus here. Nothing has changed this year with our Michael Kelly mandolins outside of a couple different finishes. We have the Legacy Black. So it's F-style mandolin. It comes in a gloss black top with a gloss flame maple back and sides.
Oh.
Solid tailpiece as well. So it's not a two-piece. So it's made more like a high-end mandolin, and that's a $749 street price. And then the flat black. This is the satin version. So you have flame maple back and sides, flame maple neck, spruce top, and satin finish.
That's a beautiful mandolin.
And that's really it when it comes to the Michael Kelly line. I hope I was helpful.
Well, yeah, I really do appreciate your help today. It's a beautiful line of guitars, and you can see that you are really catering toward the entry-level players in many cases, and they're also getting in the top-end stuff too. So it's really pretty diverse.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is that I, as a player myself, what I like the most about it is that I can actually pull any guitar off this wall at any price point, and it feels like a guitar that is a lot more than what the price tag dictates. And I mean, you can put it against almost anything out there, and I would challenge you to say, okay, is it worth it? It's, again, we're pushing the envelope when it comes to the people that matter, and those are the people that are buying the instruments. out on the street.
We all know that one of the key aspects of buying a guitar for a guitarist is the feel of it.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, Todd, thanks for your time today. Appreciate it. Right?
No problem. It was great.
Have a good show.
You got it. You too.